Well, I didn't get a strike, but Quentin Psycho, he gets a lot of them, and because of that, he's going to bowl in college. Well, this former track rider doesn't still have it, I guess, but Great Falls High sophomore sprinters Steele and Scarlett Harris certainly do. For the 4th straight year, Fairfield Athletic Director Mike Schmidt is running his annual basketball shooting challenge, and the sound of a swish is what he hopes to hear from all the kids participating. Will Charlton here once again at Legends Stadium in Kalispell for the final day of competition at the Class AA State Track and Field Meet, as the MHSA sports calendar comes to a close on this Saturday, where more individuals and 2 teams will be crowned as state champions. For the 2nd straight year and the 3rd time in the last 4 years, the CMR boys tennis team captured the Class AA State Championship, and the school held a celebration for the squad on Tuesday. Athletes from all over central Montana gathered Friday morning at Memorial Stadium for the annual CMR area Special Olympic Games, and with that came a huge crowd, good competition,
let's go! Let's go! Let's hear it!
And lots of camaraderie.
It's an awesome experience for me. I mean, I've done it many a times, and yeah, it's great. I have many of my friends here. I have a best friend from Lewistown and a best friend from Shelby, and my fiance who's also here. So yeah, it's all good.
Getting to compete against other athletes from Montana and just being part of Special Olympics means a lot to me.
Lots of energy and a lot of fans to come and watch and see us play.
Just listen to the pure energy brought in by the fans.
This is what it's all about.
And you heard it right there from athlete Nick Roberts. But of course, while it is competition, high fives were going around and smiles were on so many faces. Nothing but an overall positive environment. What more could you ask for? Another of the athletes, Jennifer Hill, wanted to pass along a message on how you can help out at events like the CMR Area Games.
If anybody's interested in being involved for Special Olympics, contact my mom. She works for the Special Olympics office. If there's more you want to do to get involved, please come down and volunteer your hours.
Make sure to stay in tune with our MTN Sports Special Olympic coverage coming your way over the next 3 weeks leading up to the state games, which will take place in Billings May 14th through 16th. In Great Falls, Will Charlton, MTN Sports.
From Shelby, Regan Torgerson.
This is an athlete who is used to hearing her name called at the top of a podium this season.
I just try and keep my faith. My faith in myself, my confidence in God, and just, it's really been great to just have this support and make me the athlete I am today because of my coaches and parents and teammates.
Although it hasn't been easy for Reagan Torgerson to become one of Class B's top sprinters, as the sophomore battled through a torn ACL while she was in 8th grade. And that's not the only thing she's faced on her way to the finish line, as she also deals with controlling diabetes. But she said her support staff has been big into what she's been able to accomplish on the track.
I have to give almost all my credit to my coaches and my parents, just helping me have a positive mindset. I wouldn't change anything for the world. It's what led me to do the sport and learn to love it. But just keeping a positive mindset has been what's mattered most.
Torgerson also said that her injury is one of the main reasons why she originally started doing track.
My PT said I needed to compete, and I'm so thankful I did because I never would have found this love for it.
It's pretty clear to see the love Torgerson has for this sport, as she currently holds state qualifying times in the 100, 200, and 400 meter dashes.
A lot of mental preparation. I know I'm physically ready. I've put that work in, so now it's just a lot of mental, just trying to be progressive and just go out and get better.
She said that each race is an opportunity for her to grow.
I'm treating these meets as trying to set myself up to win, but these are getting marks for me to grow on this summer and winter and for next year.
Of course, she said she plans to compete in the 3 races previously mentioned at the state meet in Missoula.
We're going to get our relays there too, so having 5.
And she's got her eyes set on doing track for a while.
I'd love to keep improving. I would love to run somewhere after high school. 2 years isn't enough, so I'd love to continue this.
Torgerson and the Coyotes are in the final stretch of the season and next compete starting Friday in Great Falls at the Northern B Divisional. Will Charlton, MTN Sports. goes into the strike throw for you?
My footwork is probably the biggest part. If my footwork isn't stable, everything can go wrong. I mean, up to even falling. So footwork is the biggest key for me.
CMR senior Quentin Psycho has had hurdles to jump through being a competitive bowler, with the sport not being available to do through the schools. He said because of it, he's been involved in Montana's Big Sky Tour.
We have one tournament a month just somewhere in Montana for youth bowlers to get scholarship money, but also just go bowl tournaments. And that's from about September to March. So I've done that over the last 3 or 4 years.
What's the average score?
Finished the season around 230.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Much better than my average of like 150, 160.
Yeah, last year was about 210. So I made a decent jump this year.
Only improving.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because a couple years ago I was at about a 170.
And that 230 average is a reason that he'll be bowling in college for Lawrence Tech of the NAIA in Michigan starting next year. Something he said is such an honor.
I always dreamed of it since I was younger, that I would be able to do this someday. And I never knew quite if it'd be possible.
Yeah, have you ever bowled a perfect game?
Not sanctioned yet. I've had 299s, 298s, all that. Just on the last one, you know, got to throw as good of a shot as you can, and I've done it, but they don't always fall. I've done it in practice several times, although those don't fully count.
Everyone who competes in a sport falls in love with it at some point, and Psycho said the first time he bowled in a Big Sky tournament held that moment since he won the event.
That was in my first year of bowling it. I didn't think I was going to, and I just had one really good day, and from that point, I mean, it just felt great.
I even got to bowl a game with Psycho.
I like that one. There we go. Yeah. Good shot.
Thank you.
Man, I would have guessed you come bowling all the time.
And I was able to hold my own for a little bit. Psycho did, of course, beat me 227 to 186, and he was right around that average score of 230 he mentioned. Lawrence Tech is getting a good one, that's for sure. In Great Falls, Will Charlton, MTN Sports. Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Extra on a Saturday night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Will Charlton in for Tom Wiley. Montana's high school baseball season is winding down with just a few spots up for grabs in next week's state tournament. MTN Sports' Alec Boffinger is in Billings to lead off our coverage of the state baseball play-in games. After a 21-3 regular season, resulting in a division championship in only the team's second ever campaign, the Great Falls Electric are picking up some serious momentum as the postseason of the basketball league has already started. Staying on the topic of throwing and over to the Class A ranks, where this Corvallis athlete is not just setting records in Montana, but the entire country. Kyle Hansen has more on how Hunter Lush is able to do what he does so well. One of the top girl sprinters in Class B is Shelby's Reagan Torgerson, and it hasn't been an easy road for the Coyote to get to where she is today, as the sophomore has had some obstacles to get around to post the time she has this spring. More than 3,500 athletes from 65 Montana communities compete in Special Olympics. MTN's Madeline Heath introduces us to the 2025 Athlete of the Year. Will Charlton here in Shelby at Maria's Valley Golf Course for the second day of the high school State B competition. Let's see which individuals and teams leave here with some championship hardware. Starting with the girls, coming into Wednesday, Anaconda's Logan McKay held a 2-shot lead after a first round 84, and she got off to a strong start to begin the day. Trailing right behind McKay was Missoula Loyola's Elise Munding, who entered with an 86, and Lone Peak's Dylan Monco, who came in with the exact same mark as Munding. Although the group prior held Florence Carleton's Kipley Solari, and after a first-round 88, she found a groove overnight, as Solari would shoot a 77 Wednesday and pass up all the girls in front of her, as the sophomore hits a big putt on 18 to seal the deal to become a state champion. For the boys, Jefferson's Tyson Lee shot a first-round 71 to hold the lead. And right behind him with a 72 Tuesday was Missoula Loyola's Zach Munding. And check out this impressive par 3 tee shot during the round for the sophomore. Columbus's William Conat shot a 73 in the first round to make sure that day 2 is going to be very competitive in this final group. And how about Conat with this really nice chip on? And heading into hole 18, Lee and Munding were deadlocked at 2 over. Lee taps this putt in for a bogey, and now the pressure is on Munding. If he sinks his next putt, he will become a state champion, and he will do just that. What a way to win it for the Ram. And these guys felt like some push-ups were necessary after the round. Another congratulations to Florence Carleton's Kipley Solari and Missoula Loyola's Zach Munding on winning individual state championships. Solari also helped lead Florence Carleton to a team trophy while the Jefferson boys finished on top once again.
I think I'm really excited and super hyped. I love all my team and we did so good this season. I just think it's really exciting to be able to push through and get through the 2 rounds of golf.
Tied going into 18, I kind of knew I had to do at least something, so, but I did know. It felt great to make it, so.
I mean, when that ball went in the cup, what was going through your mind?
I don't know, maybe just state champion. That was just awesome. It was awesome to make a putt worth so much.
In Shelby, Will Charlton, MTN Sports.